First and foremost, this video is not monetized. This is not an attempt to gain a spotlight or make financial gain off the murder of George Floyd. What this video is, however, is a statement to all of you who watch this channel, my channel. And a thing to keep in mind is that while this channel is primarily a hockey channel, at the end of the day, this is a reflection of who I am as a person. Now, oftentimes you won't get my political viewpoints and you won't get discussions because, let's be honest, telling you my opinion on gun control or lack thereof while signing free agents on NHL 20 isn't exactly the time or the place, although I certainly don't shy away when asked, whether on Twitch, Twitter, or other platforms. Today, though, is that time, and YouTube is the place. And to anybody who is upset by anything that I mentioned in this video or thinks that I should just stick to hockey, first and foremost, you're the one that clicked on the video, and secondly, door's over there. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out. But before you go, just remember this and listen to me on this one. History will remember you. Maybe not individually, but history will remember you for where you chose to stand on certain subjects. And you're going to want to make sure that you're remembered for being on the right side of history. And let me make that point clear. If you're upset or uncomfortable that a hockey guy is preaching to you about the importance of being anti-racist, you need to take a good hard look in the mirror. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell you to fuck off. That's the easy thing to do, and that doesn't get us anywhere. It just creates more conflict. What I am going to suggest that you do, inform yourself. Really think about who you are as a person, where you stand on this particular subject, and if you're going to be proud of who you are. If you're going to be proud to look back at yourself in 30 years and see who you were. If you're going to be able to look at your kids, your grandkids, and be content, if not happy, that they grew up in your image. And if you think they would be when you're on the viewpoint of you're a hockey guy, you should stick to hockey, which clearly kind of indicates who you are as a person. If you're going to be happy about that, just know that you're a part of the problem and that time is passing you by. Only the strong survive, and that's by adapting to change. And you know what? Hey, I'm a human. I can make a mistake and keep rolling on with it because I know I'm not perfect. You're probably not perfect either. But guess what? It's about being able to make change. It's about being able to accept that. And if you can't make a change here, you don't want to make a change, just know that you're going to fade out the way that you're going. Yesterday on Teespring, I released this sticker. Now, originally, I was not going to do so. I didn't want to associate my name with the original meaning of this design, but in the aftermath of George Floyd being murdered in Minneapolis and seeing how many elected officials reacted, or should I say, did not react at all, it dawned on me, and that is by selling this $5 sticker and donating all proceeds to the Minnesota Freedom Fund, I am doing more to try and help the problem than the vast majority of our elected leaders here in the United States. Now, here's the thing. I'm not looking for a pat on the back for this idea. I'm not trying to shine a spotlight on myself so that I can be like, hey guys, look at me. I'm a good person. I'm not trying to gain clout. I went with this idea because it's literally the least that I can do. It's at least doing something. And a lot of people think that it's enough to simply say, well, I'm not a racist myself. I shut down racists on Twitter. I'm not a part of the problem. And you know, I used to think that too once upon a time. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's not enough. I'm not a racist. And yeah, I'm the one that can play the card of, oh, I have black family members that I love dearly. Growing up, they were my friends Joe and Raheem. And you know what? They weren't my black friends Joe and Raheem. They were just Joe and Raheem. And yeah, I'll shut down any racist on Twitter at any possible moment, but that is not enough. And if it was, would this be the status quo? Would it be what it is right now? Would we be having this discussion? No. So clearly more has to be done. And an important thing to note, it doesn't matter how big or small the contribution is. Fighting for equality isn't a competition between those who are contributing. It's a struggle against those who don't. And when it comes to contributions, your voice matters, but your actions matter a hell of a lot more. And guess what? Actions aren't limited to your wallet. For me, financial contribution is just one way. Shutting down racist and reporting racist names on, EA's behalf within NHL 20 is just another way. Being brave and standing up for someone in the moment who's going through physical or verbal abuse is another. Making a video like this, imploring my audience, which is made up of people of all ages, imploring them to wake up and act rather than hoping that this issue will go away, like a certain president who shut the lights out and went and hid while his supposed country, was burning. That's another way for me to at least try to do something with this small platform that I have. And you know what? Sure, some people view this video and say, oh, how cute, look at you making a YouTube video thinking you're gonna solve racism. Bravo, Snowflake. To them, I'd simply say this: at least I made an attempt. At least I tried. And at least my actions prove that I care. I didn't just talk. And you know what? Yeah, as an individual, I can't make that change. But guess what, pal? I'm not alone. And I will go down on the right side as being on the right side of history. Because at the end of the day, Black Lives Matter. And that's something that probably bothers the hell out of you to hear me say. And if it doesn't, congratulations, you're on the right side. And maybe someday, truly, all lives will matter, as so many people are so quick to say. But deep down, you know as well as I do that, as sad as it might be, that is not currently the case. And it's your choices, your actions, that can help lead us to a better place, not just as a whole, but in your individual communities as well, because it starts there, one small step at a time. And someday, we won't need to say all lives matter, because it will go without saying. We won't need to say all lives matter in the wake of another racially charged tragedy, because that tragedy would not have taken place. Black Lives Matter.